In the last video, we covered why your apologies redistribute power. But apologies are verbal. What about the signals you're broadcasting before you even speak? Princeton researchers found that people assess your social status in 0.4 seconds, less than half a second. They're not analyzing your resume, they're reading your body. And most professionals have no idea what their posture is saying about them. I'm Dr. Mira, and what you're about to learn is why the body language advice you've been given is not just incomplete, it's creating the opposite effect you want. Because here's what most people don't understand. Body language isn't about looking confident. It's about occupying space in a way that signals you expect to be there. And that distinction changes everything. Let me show you what I mean. When a lower status individual enters a high status environment, their body does something automatic. They contract. Shoulders pull inward, arms stay close to the body. Head tilts slightly downward. This is called adaptive submission. Your nervous system is trying to make you smaller, less threatening, more acceptable. And in primate hierarchies, this works. Submission prevents aggression, but in professional hierarchies, it categorizes you. Because the people in that room aren't deciding whether to attack you, they're deciding whether to respect you. And contracted posture signals that you don't expect respect. Here's the mechanism. When someone sees your body in a contracted position, their brain's fusiform face area and superior temporal sulcus activate. These regions process social hierarchy, and they register contraction as low status, not consciously, automatically. So when you walk into a boardroom with your shoulders forward and your arms tight, you're not being polite, you're announcing your rank. And once that registration happens, everything you say afterward is filtered through that initial status assessment. Let me break down the 3 posture traps that destroy status, even for executives. Trap 1, the apologetic stance. This is where your weight shifts backward, away from the conversation. Your torso leans back slightly, your hands come together in front of your body, either clasped or fidgeting. This posture literally signals retreat. You're physically moving away from the interaction while pretending to participate in it. I see this constantly in meetings. Someone presents an idea, the room goes quiet, and their body immediately shifts into apologetic stance. Weight back, hands together. The message their body is sending. I'm not sure I should have said that. And once the room sees that uncertainty, the idea is dead. Not because it's bad, because the person presenting it just signaled they don't fully believe it themselves. Trap 2, the permission posture. This one is subtle. It's when your body assumes a position that requires external validation to maintain. Leaning forward, waiting for approval. Standing with hands open in a pleading position. Head tilted up slightly, looking for confirmation. You're physically asking for permission to continue existing in that space. Here's why this destroys you. People mirror what they see. When your posture asks for permission, their posture responds with judgment. They unconsciously shift into evaluator mode. Arms cross. Weight shifts back. They're now assessing whether to grant you that permission. And you created that dynamic with your body, not your words. Trap 3, the fragmented presence. This is when your body occupies space, but your attention is fractured. You're in the meeting, but your hands are on your phone. You're at the table, but your body is angled toward the door. You're physically present, but energetically absent. This signals that wherever you are isn't important enough to command your full presence. And if you don't value the space, why should anyone value you in it? Now, here's the part most body language advice gets catastrophically wrong. They tell you to fix these traps by faking confidence. Stand up straight, make eye contact, take up space. But if your nervous system doesn't believe you belong there, forced confidence looks like compensation. And compensation is lower status than genuine uncertainty. So what's the solution? You don't fake high status posture. You remove low status signals. Let me give you the framework. It's called spatial ownership, and it's based on one principle. Your body should occupy space as if that space was designed for you to be in it. Not aggressive, not timid, neutral expectation. Here's how it works. When you enter a room, your first movement sets the tone. Most people enter and immediately scan for approval. Where should I sit? Is this okay? Their body is asking questions. Instead, enter and claim a position. Not the head of the table unless that's your role, but whatever position you take it fully. Sit completely, stand completely, no half positions. Second, stillness creates authority. Watch high-status individuals in meetings. They move less. Not because they're frozen, but because they don't need to adjust. Low-status people fidget, shift, recalibrate. They're constantly trying to find the right position because they don't feel entitled to any position. High status people arrive at a position and stay there until there's a reason to move. Third, expansive relaxation. This is not the same as taking up space aggressively. It's allowing your body to occupy its natural volume without contraction. Arms rest on armrests. Legs don't cross defensively. Your torso doesn't curl forward. You're not expanding to dominate. You're refusing to contract to accommodate. Here's the test. In your next meeting, notice when you make yourself smaller, when your shoulders pull in, when your arms tuck close, when your voice drops. That's your nervous system trying to manage other people's perception of you. And the moment you manage their perception, you've given them the power to determine your status. Instead, occupy exactly the amount of space your body naturally takes. No more, no less. Don't expand into someone else's space to prove dominance, but don't retract from your own space to prove submission. And here's what happens neurologically. When people see a body that occupies space with neutral expectation, their anterior cingulate cortex registers it as appropriate status. Not high, not low, appropriate. And appropriate means you're categorized as belonging there, which means your ideas get evaluated on merit, not filtered through a status discount. So here's the equation. Verbal apologies redistribute power through language. Physical contraction redistributes power through space. Both are submission signals. Both categorize you as lower status, and both are happening more often than you realize. I'm Dr. Mira. If you haven't watched the video on apologies, watch it now, because the pattern is the same. You're not losing respect because you're incompetent. You're losing it because you're broadcasting submission without knowing it. Stop contracting, master the hierarchy.